This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, today we'll discuss shortcut keys from A to Z and then proceed with another topic. So you have shortcut key. Control A is for select all. See, if I press Control A, the entire worksheet is selected. Entire worksheet is selected when I go for Control A. Now I have one data here. If I be inside this cell, now if I press Ctrl A, only this data is being selected. Okay. If you don't want the entire worksheet to be selected, if you want only this particular data to be selected, just be in this cell where your data is available. Press Ctrl A. Only this data is going to be selected. But if your active cell is somewhere outside this data, if I press Ctrl A, then the entire sheet is being selected. Okay. Next, is that clear? Ctrl A, it's going to select the entire sheet. If you want only a particular selection where you have the data, be inside that cell and then press Ctrl A. So press Ctrl A, only that selection is being selected. Next you have Control B. So I want this first row heading to be bold letters. Then what I'll do, I'll press Control B. It will apply the bold effect. See, select the first row, Control B. If you have applied, it's going to be removed. Again, Control B, it's going to be applied. You have Control C. Control C is for copy. So I'll select this first row, Control C, copy. In whichever cell you wanted, you can paste it by pressing Control V. Okay. If you don't want, Control X. You can cut. If you don't want in that location, you can cut it. And Control V, you can paste it. You can move from one location to another location. If you don't want, you can press Delete key. It will get deleted. So you know about Control A, select all. Control B is for bold. Bold is going to be applied only for the selected cell or for the selected range of cells. So Control C, you can copy whatever information you wanted to a new location. You want one more copy of the selected information. Then you can go for Control C. If you want, I have I want this. If I type January, if I drag it, it's going to generate the month. But I don't want this month to get generated. Okay, what I'll do, I'll type this January, select this range. Okay, now you press Ctrl D, it's going to, same thing is going to apply for the selected range of cells. Okay, I don't want month to get generated. For the selection, if I press Ctrl D, I want the same content for the selected range of cells. Then you can go for Ctrl D, that is duplicate. If you don't want, you can delete it. Okay, any information which you require for particular range of cells, type the value or the text which you wanted for the selection, then you press Ctrl D. Same thing is going to be repeated for the selected range of cells. Next you have this Control E. So Control E is for flash fill. I'll take an example for weekdays. I'll just drag it. Now if I want to extract only first alphabet from the weekday, what I'll do, I'll mention the pattern, in which pattern I want to extract. Then select the range, Control E. So it's going to extract only the first alphabet from this weekdays in the next column. Is that clear? Any doubts you have? Okay. Next I have find. So shortcut key for find is Control F. So I'll press Control F. You'll get this find and replace dialog box. What you wanted to find, what you wanted to search. So I want to search M. If I say find next, see it is showing you M. Again find next, so it is showing you M here. If I want to replace, in place of M, Control F, I want to search for M. It is going to search M in the entire worksheet. Okay. Now where I am finding this M, if I want to replace with MON, abbreviated form of your weekday. So what I can do, I can say replace. Only in that place it will get replaced. Again, it is finding Control M. In that place also, if you want to get replaced, you can press replace. If not, you can close to come out of the dialog box. Only in this place, I want the weekday to be changed. Okay. So already we have discussed about flash fill in the previous classes, as well as find and replace also I have told you. Again, we are discussing about this shortcut keys. Next you have Control G. Control G is for go to dialog box. Now, if I press Control G, you'll get the go to dialog box. If I want to go to A column first row. You can mention the cell reference here. I want to go to A column first row. If I say OK, see my active cell now it is A column first row. Again, you can press Ctrl G. If I want to go to C column 10th row, you type the column name and the row number. Now click on OK. Now my active cell is C column 10th row. Now if I want this selected heading to be displayed in slanting, go for Control I. Control I is for italic. Again Control I, if I press, italic style is removed. Control B is for bold, Control I is for italic. You can apply it or you can remove that effect. Control J, you don't have anything. Next you have this Control K. So Control K is for hyperlink. Now I'll just be in this cell. I'll type NICT. If I want to open the NICT website, so what I'll do, select this word, press Ctrl K. You'll get this insert hyperlink dialog box. Here you can see you have address. Here you can type the path. So I'll type www.nictcomputereducation.com. Okay, you can type the address here, click on OK. Now your text in that cell is in black color. Once you mention the path where it has to go, okay. Now if I click on OK, my text color is changed to blue color and it has got underline. Now when the mouse pointer comes across that cell, you can see you have a hand symbol. There is a hand symbol which appears on that link. If I click on this now, you're going to the website of NICT. Okay, wherein you can check what are the courses provided, what is the duration, what is the course price. So all these things you can check it out. If you want to return back, just close. Still that link is available. Whenever you want it, you can click on it to go to the site. If you don't want to have a link in that cell, you can press delete key. Then that link is been removed. Any doubts you have in this hyperlink? Any doubts on this hyperlink? Okay. Type NICT. Okay. Go to that cell. Shortcut key for hyperlink is Control K. If you press Control K, your cell should be active. In this cell, you have typed NICT. Control K, hyperlink dialog box will appear. Here you can see address. So here you type the address. NICT Computer Education.com. Then you click on OK. Once you click on OK, now in that cell, earlier your text was in black color, it was not having any link. Now you can see that word color is changed to blue and it has got a underline. But when you bring the mouse pointer across that cell, it's showing you hand symbol and you can see the text over there. Okay, click on this to go to that website. So you can click on the courses or you can go through this about us or go to the home page. You can check it out. Okay, like this. If you want to come out, click on this close. You are still present in your Excel sheet itself. Any doubts? Okay. Next you have Control I. Control I is for create table. So I have some data here. I'm selecting the database. Press Control T. So your normal data is now being converted. It's going to be converted into a table. Okay. So it's going to show you what is the data that you have selected. That is the range from A1 to C5. And in this data, the first row is containing heading. So it has automatically selected. My table has header. Already we have discussed about this table in previous classes. Okay. So if I click on OK, my normal data is now converted to table. So once it is converted to table, you can see here table design tab is displayed. So heading row. If you don't want heading, heading is removed. If you don't want filter, filter is removed. If you want to add a total row, for normal data, you cannot do all these things. Okay, only if the data is converted to table, you can remove the header row, include the total row. You can go for banded row, alternative row color shading is different. One is gray, one is blue. If you click on it, all the rows will have the shading with the same color. If you want again, So shading is different. First column, now it has become bold. First column has become bold. See, if you click outside the database, it's not showing you that tab. Only if your cursor is present within that table, table design tab is visible. Okay. Now last column, it is showing you values in bold. If you don't want, you can remove. Banded column, alternative column shading is changed. If you want some other style for the selected data, first select the data, go for table style. You can select whichever style you want. Okay. Default, it is in this style. You can as well change the style. Any doubts you have in this? Okay. Next, Control M, you don't have any shortcut key for this. Control N is for opening a new workbook. So if I press Control N, new workbook is opened. If you don't want, you can press Control W. Control W, active workbook has got closed. Okay, Control N is to open a new workbook. If I press Control O, it's going to open an existing workbook. Whichever file you wanted, you click on that. That file also will get opened. If you want to open any one of the existing file which you have saved earlier, select the file name. That file is going to be opened. Then you have Control P. Now I want to see this in the print preview. So Control P, you can see whatever data is present in the preview before taking the printout. You are able to see the soft copy. If you take a printout, you are taking the hard copy. Then you have this quick analysis. So this is my data. If I press Control Q, see here, quick analysis. If I select this data bar, automatically you can see the conditional formatting applied for it. See, automatically it is showing you. If you want to clear the format, you can clear the format. Okay. So you should have some data. Then if you press Control Q, you can go for quick analysis. Any doubts you have in this? Control Q. Okay. Next you have Control R. Already I have discussed even this also. That is right fill. So you have entered some data. I want the same value to be repeated on my right hand side. Type the value in that cell, then select the range, Control R. You'll get the same data on your right hand side. So type anything. After typing enter, select the range till where you want to get the same value. Press Control R. or you can type even the text. Select the range. Control R. Either the text or the values which you wanted same thing to appear towards right hand side. Go for the shortcut key. Control R. That is your right fill. Then you have this control S. You have, if this file is not being saved, go for control S. When you're saving the file for the first time, you want to save this file by giving a file name, then you can press control S. If you press control S, you can select the path where you want your file to get saved. Go to browse, you'll get the dialog box, save as dialog box. So you can type the name of the file. So what type of file it will get saved? You are working in Excel workbook. It is going to be saved as Excel workbook. When it is getting saved, where you want to save, whether under documents or under C drive or D drive or on the desktop, you can select the path and your file will get saved with an extension XLSX. XLSX. In Excel, files are saved with an extension XLSX. So first time if you want to save the file, you can go for save, as well as if you have already given a file name, if you want to save the changes made to an existing file, then also you will be pressing Ctrl S. Whatever changes you keep making for an existing file. Okay?
Sorry, Vikas.
Hello, please unmute.
Kaya ka tare. Gugu. Kaya ka na.
Hello.
एवढं सात का बता म्हणतो ती बोल
नाही दिखाया खाली कसं दिख रहा देख
Please unmute.
7:30 का
Please
बता
unmute. Please unmute yourself. Any doubts in this? Control S. Any doubts in Control S? Okay. Next you have Control T. So I've told you about Control I and Control T. Both functionality is same. So Control I as well as Control L. Control L and Control T functionality is same. It's going to create a table. If you want to create a table for this data, you can press Control L or you can press Control T. So both are for creating a table. Both shortcuts functionality is same. You want your data, normal data to be converted into a table, then go for this shortcut key. Next you have Control U. Control U is for underline. I want this line to be underlined. Control U. If you want to remove it, again press Control U. Next you have Control V. Control V is for paste. So select this selection, whatever data you wanted to get pasted, either same content in new location, or if you want to remove from that location, paste it in a new location. So Control X is to cut, Control V is to paste. Control X to cut. Control V for paste. Or Control C to copy. Control V to paste. If you don't want, delete. Then you have close the active file. To close the active file, it is Control W, Control X cut, Control Y is for undo, Control Z is for redo. So you have typed NICT here. I will delete it. So Control Z undo, Control Y, Control Z undo, Control Y redo. You can bring it back. Control Z, Control Y. So any doubts in this shortcut key from Control A to Control Z? Okay. So I have sales details here. I want to prepare a chart. So chart is nothing but pictorial representation of your data. If you want your data to be displayed in pictorial form, then you can go for this chart. Okay. So chart is nothing but it is a graphical representation of data. So that makes it easier to understand and analyze large amount of data. So if you want your data to be displayed in pictorial form, then you can go for now I want to prepare a chart for this. So select your data, go for insert tab. Under insert tab, you have different types of charts here. Either you can go for column chart, line chart, pie chart. Okay, you can select the chart so you can see the chart here. Okay, you can display the chart next to your data itself in the same worksheet. Once you insert the chart, you can see here chart design and format. Two tabs are displayed. Okay. Now, if you click on this plus sign here, okay, click on this. Now it is showing you X and Y axis. So you can see here X axis title. If you don't want, remove it. Chart title, if you don't want, remove. Again, click on it. If you want the data labels, you can see here changes. Okay. Sales. What is the sales of James, Jones? Okay. Smith, Allen, Martin. Whether it is increased or decreased. You can see. If you want even the data table to appear below the graph, you can include that. If you don't want grid lines, if you want legend, if you want trend lines, all these things can be selected. Okay, you can try this one by one. As well as you can change the chart style. You can click here, you can select the chart style. If you click on it, it's going to be applied. If you don't select it, it's not being applied. Now again, if you want to select the chart type, I don't want this chart, line chart. If I want to change this, go for chart type. If you want bar chart or column chart, you can select it. Or if you want bar chart, you can see the preview first and then click on OK. Again, you can select this bars. You can either right click, add data labels. Data labels are added. Again, you can right click, format data labels. So here, format data series. So either you can change the fill color. If you want solid fill, now it is in blue. You can click here. You can select the color. So color is changed. Or if you want gradient fill, you can go for gradient fill. You can select whether you want linear, radial, rectangular. Okay. You can select the color. If you don't want, you can select no fill. Or again, you can select solid fill or texture fill, pattern fill. Okay, like this. Okay. Now your chart, your background color if you want to change. Okay. Select here, right click, go for format chart area. You can select solid fill, whichever filling you wanted, you can select like this. Or if you want gradient fill, go for gradient fill. Choose the color. If you don't want, you can undo it. Now suppose your data is present in sheet 1, but I want my chart not to appear in the same sheet. I want to move it to a separate sheet. What I'll do? I'll go for move chart. I'll select new sheet. Click on OK. Now my chart is present in a separate sheet, and you can see the name of the sheet. It is changed to chart 1. Your data is present here and my chart is present here. Okay. Any doubts you have? Any doubts you have in this chart? Okay. Now again, if you want to bring back the chart to the same sheet next to your data, you can go here, you can right click, sorry, you can go to chart 1. In chart design, go for move chart. Move this chart back to sheet 1. So you select object in sheet 1. Click on OK. The chart 1 sheet, it has got closed, and you can see next to your data only chart is again available. Again, if you want to change the data chart type, you can go for chart type. You can go for pie chart. Click on OK. If you want, you can break this or you can combine it. If you want to change this to 3D chart, again go for chart type, go for pie chart. Here you have 3D. So in chart you have two types, you have two types, 2D and 3D chart. In 2D chart you will have only X and Y axis. In 3D chart you will have X, Y, Z axis. Be able to rotate the chart. So that is the difference. I'll just repeat. In 2D chart, you have X and Y axis. In 3D chart, you have X, Y and Z axis. In 2D, you cannot rotate the chart. In 3D, you can rotate the chart. So I'll change this to 3D chart. See, you right click on this, you will get 3D rotation. Okay, here you can go for this rotation. You can see chart is rotating X and Y axis like this. Again, if you want to change this chart style, you can select the chart style. Again, if you click here, chart title, it is showing you sales. If you don't want, you can remove the chart title. If you don't want data labels, values are removed. You can see the legend here. Legend, it will show you. So, blue color belongs to what? James, dark blue. Orange color, it belongs to Jones, like this. If you want even the legend position to be changed, you can right click, format legend, whether you want it in the top or bottom, left, right. So wherever you want it, you can place it. Again, if you want to format it, you can right click, you can go to this chart, format chart area. So you can go for this filling, whichever filling you wanted, you can select. Your fill color can be selected. So I'll give you some data. You have even the steps regarding this chart. So you can practice those charts. Okay. Any doubts you have in this charts? So chart can be displayed next to your data in the same sheet or in a separate sheet. Any doubts? Okay. Next you have spark line. If you want your data, if you want your chart to be displayed inside a single cell, then I can go for this spark line. So spark line are tiny charts, okay, which is placed inside a cell. Okay, so if I want to create this spark line chart, you have three types of spark lines. See here. So spark lines are tiny charts which will appear inside a cell. You have three types. One is, it is a mini chart which will be placed inside a cell. You have line chart, you have column, win or loss. Okay. So what you need to do here is, you have a data for the spark line. Be in this cell. In this cell, I want to get the spark line chart. Go to insert, go for line spark line. Here data range, where you are getting the data from. So I have data in A column 9th row to F column 9th row. Where you wanted the, so you wanted the data, either you can select the range like this. First only you can select the range, go to insert, you can go for this spark line spark line. Earlier I selected the range for data range. Now since I have selected the range, it is automatically displayed here. Location ranges where you want your chart to appear. So I want the chart to appear in G column 9th row. I will select this cell. Here I want the chart to appear. See, it is showing you the spark line. Again, you can select this row, go to insert tab. If you want column spark line, click on this. Data ranges, the row what you have selected, where you have the value. Location of the cell where you want the chart to appear. So I'll select G column 10th row. Click on OK. It is showing you the chart. Again, Select this row, go for insert, win or loss. Data range is the row which you have selected, which has the value. Location range is the cell where you want the chart to appear. Select the cell, click on OK. So it is not showing you properly. You make it as negative value here. So to edit the cell content, you can press function key. I'll double click on the cell. I'll make it as negative value. If not, go to the formula bar, you make it as negative. Then you can see the changes in the chart. Okay. Now if I want to remove this, I cannot press delete key to remove the chart. What you have to do is, see, for that you can select, even you can go to the spark line. If you want high point, low, first, last point, or if you want to change the style, you can select it here. Okay. If I want to clear the spark line for a single cell, go for clear selected spark line. If you want to remove the entire spark line, select this range. You can select clear selected spark line group. Okay. If I clear this, it will remove. If not, you can undo. If you press delete key, it will not get deleted. You need to select it from the tab itself by going to clear selected spark line or clear selected spark line group. So you got the difference between chart and spark line. You got the difference between chart and spark line. Okay. Okay. I will mark the attendance. Again, I'll continue. So already I've told you about slicer timeline. That is when you convert your normal data to table, then you can see slicer. So slicer, you can filter your record visually. So under insert tab, you have this shape, you have even picture. You can go for picture, either this device or online picture. So I have one picture which I have already downloaded. If you have downloaded the image which has got animation, then you can see that animation in your worksheet. If you want one more copy of it, Control D, I told you shortcut key. So if you want to change the direction of this, once you have inserted one more with the same copy, you have this format picture. You can flip like this, horizontal, vertical, however you want it, you can display it. Okay. If you click on display, you can see that animation. When you are downloading the image, you have to mention it as flag dot Indian flag GIF images. Then you can get the animated image. See, I'll just show you. It's not working. Go for picture, online picture, online picture. So any image that you wanted, you can type it here. You can type new year, GIF images. So GIF will have animation. Select that, insert. This image has got animation. If I click on this play button, you can see the animation. If you have taken any other image, then it will not have any animation. Next, I'll go for insert, illustrations. I'll go for shape. So you have different types of shapes here. I'll just select this triangle. Once you insert the shape, you'll get the shape format. You can choose whichever color you wanted. If you don't want the outline color, go for shape outline. Select no outline. So if you're good at drawings, you can make use of the shapes. Control D, duplicate it. Again Control D, duplicate, duplicate. Like a tree you can create. Now again I want to have one more shape. I'll select this rectangle. If I want to change the color of this, go to fill, shape fill, select the color. If you don't want the outline, shape outline, select no outline. Now I want to group this. So hold the shift key, first select the triangle, again hold the shift, select this one by one. I want the whole thing to be grouped. Now all the objects are selected. From this format shape, you can go for group. All the objects are grouped. See, if I try to move, you're not getting into parts. Okay, it is being combined. Again, Control D. You can have one more copy of it, like this traffic signals or anything you can create. Again, I'll go for insert, shapes. You can go for this smiley face. So Control D, you'll get one more copy. So you can go for sad face and smiley face. Just you have this pointer here, you can move it upward or downward like this. Again go for insert, shape. I'll go with this block arrow. So if you want to change the direction, you can go for this rotate. You can rotate. Within this, if you want any text to be typed, you can right click, go for edit text. So I can type here way to lab or way to classroom or way to NICT. You can increase the font size. You can align it to center. So middle align as well as center alignment. Both it can be selected. Then if you want any shadow effect or something, go for shape. You have this shape effect. Either go for reflection or glow effect. You can see the preview first, then you can apply, or you can go for soft edge, or you can go for bevel effect. You can apply whichever effect you wanted, or you can go for rotation. So you can select it or undo to bring it back. Next, again go for insert, illustration, shape. Here you have this star and banner signs. You can go for this. So you must have seen all these things where you have seen the symbol. This shape where you have seen. Huh? So in pamphlets you must have seen this. So you can right click, edit text. If you want you can rotate it. Okay. Middle alignment. Whichever effect you wanted, or you can change the color. Whichever color you wanted, you can select. Okay. Again go for insert. Under shape, I have this call out. If you have any image, about that image, if you want to type some text, so if you want to type any text about this tree, you can right click, edit text. So you can give save trees. So like this you can insert any image. About that image you can type the text using this call out. Any doubts? No doubts? Okay. Again go for insert. You can go for icons, 3D models, as well as you can go for smart art. I'll go for the smart art. I'll show you. So you have different types of smart arts here. So let us go for this process. Click on OK. So you can type the text in this. So in case of computer, first you are inputting the data, then you're going to process, then go for output. The flow is in this way: input, process, output. Once you key in the information, already you can see here two tabs are appearing. If you want the smart art style to be changed, you can select the style here. You can as well as change the color. Like this. If you want to go for another smart art, again go for insert, go for smart art. If you want to go for cycling process, if you don't want, you can just select it and delete it. Choose the style, change the color, like this. If you want hierarchy, go for hierarchy. So it's an organizational chart. So either here I can go for MS Office. In that I have Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Access. Right click and select Add Shape After. Then you can go for Smart Art Styles. Choose the style. Select the color. Now if you don't know how to prepare a smart art for pyramid smart art, so I can just go for the browser, or if you want to see pyramid smart art examples, so you will be getting it here. Now if I want to prepare it in this format, so I cannot keep coming back here every time. What I'll do, if I want to bring this to Excel, go for Insert, Illustrations, Screenshot, go for Screen Clipping. I want to bring this to my worksheet. Select it. See, you can bring it here. So, in the same way, if you want to key in the information, go for Insert, go for Smart Art. So whichever smart art, try with all the smart arts. I want you to try with all the smart arts. I've shown you how to bring what data you want to key in. You can try with this example or some other data also can be filled up. So I'll go for pyramid, select this pyramid. So now I'll key in here world, country, state, again right click, add shape after. City, again right click, add shape after this again. Right click, add shape after. Now again you can go for this Smart Art Design tab, choose the style, then you can select the color. Okay. So work out with whatever is being taught in today's class. Work out with charts because tomorrow's topic is important. For that you should know chart. So please practice all the charts before coming for the class tomorrow. Any doubts? Okay. We'll wind up the session today. Thank you.